Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel, your home for crypto news and interviews. Big news today, my friends. We got a lot of crypto regulation updates, and I want to talk about Ripple's proposed crypto regulation framework. This is so interesting that they are providing this given the lawsuit they're under by the SEC. But I think it goes to show the SEC's case is not strong. Now, we also have 10 members of Congress that have sent a letter to Nancy Pelosi outlining the details that they need to remove the information that's in the infrastructure bill about crypto reporting and taxes. So we're seeing a lot of members of Congress going on the offensive here. This is great, and obviously along with Ripple. So lots of interesting news, and I think could a settlement be in order for the Ripple lawsuit? Could some legislation be passed soon? You know, we'll see. We'll talk about it. Also, there's something shady going on with Gensler, Gary Gensler of the SEC. He hasn't revealed his public calendar in months. What is he hiding? We have some folks reporting on this, so something fishy is happening here. And we're also going to talk about India. They appear to be passing a crypto ETF. What a surprise, right? After the many bipolar episodes of banning, not banning, unbanning, and all kinds of craziness out of India, looks like they're ready to move forward. And this could be interesting because China could jump right back into the fray with crypto, and then we'll see what happens with them. So that and lots more to break down. We're going to get into it. Before we do, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, this video is brought to you by OKCoin Crypto Exchange, where you can buy, sell, and trade your favorite cryptocurrencies and you don't have to pay high fees. OKCoin charges low fees. You can also stake your crypto and keep 100% of the rewards. There are no fees charged, so be sure to sign up, link in the description. If we take a look at the crypto market here, it's a sea of red, but a sea of healthy red, because what have I been sharing with you guys on the Bitcoin weekly chart? We were due for that pullback. I was calling it since October. We saw, like I said in yesterday's video, a weak red candle formed in October, then some weak green candles. And as you can see here, that has no sustainability. So we have to pull back. We have a strong red candle forming here for this week. I think we go down to 59, maybe 58K, and then we bounce upward. So all market cycles, no need to panic. Markets move in cycles and nothing goes up in a straight line. So keep that in mind, guys. So we're on track. Just be patient, and when in doubt, zoom out. All right, let's jump into the meat and potatoes of this video and podcast for those of you listening on podcast sites. Ripple tweeted, "Today, we were proud to release our vision for a real approach to cryptocurrency regulation, a framework designed to offer an immediate and pragmatic approach to cryptocurrency and digital asset regulation in the United States." Now, it's so fascinating that they're putting this out, and the 10 members of Congress are writing to Pelosi, and obviously we have the SEC lawsuit. So let me give some details here. I'm not going to read through the entire thing. I highly recommend you guys go check it out as well. But let's start with the beginning here. The approach is designed to offer an immediate and pragmatic way forward that accounts for the dynamic capabilities of cryptocurrency and digital assets. We believe the best public policy outcomes can be achieved by public-private collaboration, adapting existing regulatory frameworks, and fostering cryptocurrency innovation sandboxes. Here's a quote from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. "Cryptocurrency and blockchain technology need clear regulatory and licensing frameworks designed to address and remedy the specific challenges to our industry. All of the proposed measures discussed in this framework aim to provide legal clarity to industry, markets, and consumers in a way that a regulation by enforcement approach simply cannot." So he's absolutely right. And remember, this lawsuit, all eyes are on it because we know Gensler and the SEC, they're not stopping at Ripple. And if Ripple is able to come out of this with a victory, it will set the precedence for the rest of the crypto market. We already saw Gensler is trying to stop Coinbase lending, and in fact, they did. They're going after Terra Luna. Guys, they're going to go down the list. Gensler wants power. He wants control. He said it out of his own mouth. He's asked for more power. And we know from different reporting, investigative journalism, that he's looking to get the treasury job. So he's trying to throw as many punches as possible, be as hard-nosed and draconian as possible so he can make himself look good. Now, can you believe that this massive disruptive technology and innovation that could help the United States be a world leader, just like they were with the internet, is being held up by this clown who's looking for the higher level job? Unbelievable, right? This is why Congress needs to step in. All right, let me continue here. Policymakers are increasingly looking to learn more and understand the complexity and diversity of cryptocurrency and digital assets. And Ripple welcomes any opportunities to share expertise and serve as a resource to better inform nascent public policies geared towards cryptocurrencies. Here is a quote from Susan Friedman, head of public policy at Ripple. Developing an effective policy framework for cryptocurrencies will only be possible if there is clear communication and collaboration between the private and public actors. That is the reason why we have proactively discussed the issue on a bipartisan basis with regulators and members of Congress. These conversations have helped shape our perspective on the type of regulatory clarity in industry and broader ecosystem need from regulators, as well as the type of requirements regulators should demand from the industry. This proposal reflects our hopes for a regulatory framework that taps into the unleashed potential of cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies. So it goes further into all of these things in a crypto sandbox. And essentially, it's Hester Peirce's safe harbor, right? That you can't just attack the innovation in these crypto companies because digital assets are not stocks. They exist on decentralized networks. And once they go into secondary markets, people can use them to do whatever they want. So you cannot use the 80-year-old Howey test. It's just asinine. It's ridiculous, right? Common sense would tell you this, but Gensler wants to make sure the SEC maintains control. It's about power for him. And obviously, he's certainly being controlled by his Goldman Sachs buddies, the banking cartel, your Goldman, your Morgan Stanley, your JP Morgans. And they're trying to slow this disruptive innovation because many of them are seeing the disruption coming their way, right? And we see Jamie Dimon many times has been forced to capitulate because even though he hates Bitcoin and other cryptos, he has to cater to his clients. So we're seeing that dynamic play out. But this is bullish, the fact that Ripple is taking the lead here, and they've been talking to members of Congress and regulators. And obviously, it looks like they might be collaborating with other people in the market as well. This is good. This is good, guys. And I believe, as I've said many times, Ripple will come out of this victorious. XRP will be relisted. Will Ripple have to pay a fine? I believe so for the 2013 to 2015 period. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. But this is nevertheless bullish. Brad Garlinghouse tweeted the following regarding this announcement. He said, our proposed policy framework is a three-pronged approach of what can be done now to provide clarity to one of the fastest growing industries in the US. It's also the result of our direct interactions with regulators and bipartisan policymakers. The crypto industry is stepping up to the plate for public-private collaboration on policy. No question about it. And we will continue to seek to work together on the optimal path forward. So I love this, guys. We got to stand together, whether you love or hate Ripple or you don't own XRP. As mentioned, Gensler is going after everything. So if you own Luna, you want Ripple to win. If you own Cardano, whatever it is, right? We need Ripple to win here, guys, because Gensler, this guy, it's unbelievable what he's doing because he wants a treasury job. Now, here's something very interesting. Speaking of old Gary Gensler here, Eleanor Tourette of Fox Business, so a journalist, noticed the SEC Gov hasn't issued Gary Gensler's monthly public calendar since August. This man is paid by our tax dollars. He's supposed to be transparent and they're supposed to do their jobs. I tweeted about this, lots to hide. Something's going on here. He's cooking up something fishy because once again, he's trying to slow this asset class down, this innovation. I'm going to talk to some people because this right here is unacceptable. While if you want to, look at it from a perspective of, okay, let's say we don't agree with Gensler. He still has a job to do, and the SEC still has a responsibility. They need to put this public calendar out, or we're not getting our tax dollars anymore, right? That's what it comes down to. Because what are you doing? You're there to protect retail investors. You have to have some level of accountability. You have to have some transparency, and you're hiding your calendar, your public calendar. That's bullshit. So I will be talking to some folks, guys, and see what we can do here. This is unacceptable. Remember, if this was a private company, of course, there's no problem. But this is a public government office funded by our tax dollars. Unfreaking believable. This is pathetic, in my opinion. Now, Chris Giancarlo, who I've interviewed a couple times on the channel, Crypto Dad, it's so funny. He reacted to this drawing by a user Mavis on Twitter, who looks to be doing an NFT here. He laughed at it, and this is Gensler picking. He's an Easter egg bunny picking eggs out of a commodities field, and then he's putting into a basket to move it to a securities field. And Chris Giancarlo is there, like, "What are you doing?" I know some of you listening on the podcast are not going to understand what I'm saying, but if you get a chance to watch the video, please do. It's very interesting in his response. So everybody sees Gensler as some clown here, just doing bullshit because he wants that treasury job, guys. Even former officials, right? It just goes to show the SEC is just looking horrible right now. All right, look at this. 10 Congress members sent a letter to Nancy Pelosi stating that the current crypto taxes stifle crypto innovation. I love this collaborative effort. And guess what? It is bipartisan, both Republicans and Democrats. Love this, guys. So this is dated on November 15th. And I'll read a quick excerpt of it, not the full thing. It says, "Dear Speaker Pelosi, we write to express our concerns with the digital asset provision, Section 80603 of HR 3684, the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, otherwise known as the Bipartisan Infrastructure Framework, which was recently passed by the Senate. As you and our colleagues in both chambers work to build back better, we must ensure taxation and regulation of the cryptocurrency industry." Cryptocurrency of the sorry, guys. Regulation of the cryptocurrency industry. Those making gains in cryptocurrency markets should pay their fair share of taxes, right? The capital gains, of course. And regulators must ensure this innovative technology is not making it easier for criminals to circumvent our laws and regulations. As it is written today, however, the bipartisan infrastructure bill would increase uncertainty in the cryptocurrency industry, pick winners and losers, and toward Internal Revenue Service, IRS, efforts to accurately tax cryptocurrencies. So I'm not going to go further, but I think that kind of gives the gist of what this letter is about. I love this, guys. I love this. And you can see here it's signed by the 10 members, and it's bipartisan. You got Darren Soto and Ro Khanna, who are Democrats, and then you have obviously your Republicans here. This is awesome, guys. And I'm actually trying to get an interview with Darren Soto and Ro Khanna. Darren Soto tweeted out the following regarding that letter: "We stand united to ensure more tax certainty for cryptocurrency and work with the IRS on key reforms. Together, we will continue to support innovation and protect consumers." Ro Khanna said, "Agreed," responding to Darren Soto, "We need well-crafted regulation to ensure that people pay their fair share of taxes from crypto earnings without crushing this new technology." And that's what it's about. It has to be balanced, right? We've talked about on the channel for years that the government's going to tax this. They're not going to kill it. But we see, the likes of Janet Yellen and bullshitters like Elizabeth Warren and obviously Gensler, these three peas in a pod. They've been doing sneaky stuff, right? Yellen snuck in the crypto tax regulation into the infrastructure bill. Then she was lobbying people not to go against it. Elizabeth Warren, don't even get me started with her. And then obviously Gensler, he's trying to slow this down and get as much control under the SEC. So you have these this tribunal of draconian, backwards thinking morons who are trying to slow down crypto. But I'm glad to see members of Congress, because the power lies in members of Congress, if they come together and put out comprehensive crypto regulations. Now, on the other side of crypto regulations here, Charles Gasparino tweeted the following with Senator Toomey, who's been an advocate of clear crypto regulations, and I'm trying to get an interview with him as well. Eleanor Tourette said, Senator Toomey will be rolling out some crypto-related legislation within the next month. He's been gathering proposals from industry players with ideas on how to thoughtfully draft legislation on stablecoins, exchanges, consumer protection, DeFi, and more. See what I'm talking about, guys? They're going on the offensive now. I love this. This is awesome. So be sure to follow these folks and support them. We need to get, make their voices larger, retweet them, give their tweets likes and so forth, because this does play a factor. We saw that once the crypto community started tweeting, making videos, emailing, and then our voices were heard, and it slowed the infrastructure bill down, right? I think a lot of people in DC were surprised by that. So we got to keep at it, guys. Your voices can be heard because of social media, right? The ultimate level playing field is the internet, and anyone can create a video now, not just me. It shouldn't just be me or other content creators. You call up, put out a video. It doesn't have to be, some super fancy editing. Just let your voice be heard, and tag these people and use hashtags, guys. It's what's going to help us and get things moving and get clowns like Gensler and Warren and Yellen to back down, right? That's what we need. Speaking of the SEC, shout out to Hester Peirce, who I've interviewed 2 times on the channel. Guys, you wouldn't see Gensler doing this. Look at this. Here, she attended a crypto event in Miami. And someone who tweeted this, her name is Jalak, if I'm saying that right. She said, we're lucky to have her candor and leadership. You think Gary Gensler would show up to a crypto event like this and speak to regular people and retailers? No. Do you think, you guys, I've tried to get Gensler on the show. No answers, crickets. Hester Peirce, she's willing to come on board and talk, right? Because she wants to interact with retail investors and hear from us. And I respect that, guys. That's what, elected office person, representative should be doing. You're there to represent the people. But Gensler, once again, his head is so far up the bankers' asses. He doesn't care about retail investors. And I wish Hester Peirce would be the chair. It could be the chairwoman of the SEC, and let's hope that happens. I hope Gensler gets kicked out or he resigns, something. Anyway, guys, moving ahead. Look at this. India's regulators approved the first crypto-related ETF. Wow, India! I mean, I got to give an applause here. Seriously, I mean, after years of back and forth, ban, unban, a lot of infighting, so ridiculous, they seem to be moving in the right direction. So Invesco India and CoinShares to launch feeder fund of blockchain stocks. The fund opens to Indian investors next week after getting the go-ahead from SEBI, and I'll see what the SEBI is. Maybe that's the regulators there in India. Invesco is giving Indian investors exposure to blockchain technology companies such as Coinbase and MicroStrategy through a new pooled fund that invests in several sub-funds. The Invesco CoinShares Global Blockchain ETF fund, interesting naming there, will be open to Indian investors between November 24th and December 8th this year, according to literature shared by Invesco Asset Management India. Guys, this is great news. This is one of the major hurdles and roadblocks in the crypto market for years. My goodness. Once again, a lot of back and forth between their Supreme Court and banking officials, and Jesus Christ, it was just ridiculous, right? But everybody will have to capitulate and bend the knee. You better get on board this train or you'll be left behind. Your economy will get left behind. Your people will get left behind. And even China will have to capitulate. It may not happen this year or even next year, but they will eventually have to. This, as the World Economic Forum called it, the fourth industrial revolution. That is what's happening here, guys. This is the future. So very bullish news. Now, obviously, this is not an ETF which includes the asset specifically, but it's as close as possible. It's crypto companies. And eventually, the other dominoes will fall and they'll eventually get an actual Bitcoin ETF and so forth. And NYDIG. I know I'm a broken record sometimes. I keep telling you guys, pay attention to these guys. Huge Wall Street connections, Ben Lawsky, lots of capital behind these guys. Look at what they tweeted. As the official Bitcoin platform of the Houston Rockets, which is an NBA basketball team, we'll be working with the franchise to grow the Bitcoin network through access, educational programs, and community support initiatives. See what's happening here, my friends? This ain't making the big headlines on Fox or CNN or CNBC, but massive infrastructure with huge companies and huge brands being built here. Remember, they're part of the initiative to build on and off ramps for over 600 600 banks and credit unions. And I've interviewed the folks at NCR, which power a lot of the POS systems for your restaurants, your pharmacies, your grocery stores. They're working with NCR as well, guys. I hope you guys see what is happening here. I mean, when I see this, it blows my mind because once again, it's not making the hugest headlines, but they are setting up some of the huge infrastructure, and it's Wall Street based. So they're moving in silence here, setting up shop, getting all their ducks in a row here because there's money to be made here, and I hope you see what's happening. More adoption here. New York real estate firm will only accept Bitcoin for luxury condos worth $29 million. Wow. It's just, I'm speechless sometimes, right? Because it's like, I think they know whales are going to have a lot of Bitcoin, a lot of bankers, a lot of people are going to hold Bitcoin and all the cryptos, and the value is going up. So they're preparing to accept this as payment. Now, crypto marketing and mass marketing is ramping up here. FTX inks a deal with MLB star Shohei Ohtani. I apologize if I butchered his name. I haven't kept up with baseball, but he's obviously an MLB star, and he becomes the latest celebrity tapped by the company to elevate its brand, increase awareness, and digital assets. And of course, he's going to get equity. He's going to get paid. And I want you to put your business thinking cap on. Why do you think they're doing this? They're preparing for mass adoption. And all the exchanges, we see them doing sponsorships with different celebrities and folks who have influence, who have a lot of large following, guys. Even OKCoin, which I work for, they're going to be doing something soon. This is typical business 101, right? Marketing to drive awareness and bring customers in. And you need to go with the influencers as part of your marketing strategy. And with that comes investment of a lot of money. So obviously these companies are not investing the marketing budget to lose it, to let it just go to waste. They're looking for returns, guys. So this is another sign of what's to come. The anticipation of growth and higher prices and more folks coming into the asset class. Very bullish move. Now, Brave browser, which I personally use, I'm a big fan of. I hold the basic attention token. I've interviewed the founder of Brave and some of the folks there. And I'll have actually another update, another interview coming with the folks from Brave to talk about this news. But they have launched a built-in crypto wallet into the Brave browser. The crypto-centric browser company is angling to capture some of MetaMask's market share. So I like competition, guys. Competition is healthy. It's good for you and I who are retail investors because it helps to improve the quality, right? If you have one monopoly, they can almost do what they want and not maintain a good level of service. But if you have competition, everybody's trying to do better to win the customers. You have lower costs because everybody wants to outdo the other, right? So this is good sign. Included in Tuesday's updates, the native wallet deepens Brave's foray into crypto self-custody after years of relegating that to third-party wallet extensions like MetaMask. CoinDesk tested a beta version of the wallet on Sunday night. Brave wallet allows for token purchases through wire, tracks portfolio performance, swaps a wide range of tokens, and stores non-fungible tokens, NFTs. That's pretty cool. It is self-custody, meaning wallet users hold their private keys. It supports all Ethereum virtual machine compatible tokens, Brave said. This is awesome. Once again, I'll have an interview with the folks at Brave for you guys soon. I love this. And, you know, of course, I'll talk to him about security and so forth. Not to say it's not secure, but we need to know, right? You know, I love that it has NFT compatibility. So you can browse and have your crypto stuff in there. And obviously you have your private keys. So I'll talk to them about, you know, okay, what happens if your computer crashes? What happens if, for whatever reason, somebody deletes the Brave browser off your computer? How do you retrieve your crypto? And most likely it's because you have your private keys stored offline. So I'll get all those details for you guys, but this is awesome. Once again, competition's healthy, and you just see the ecosystem being built out and growing here, guys. This is amazing. So guys, what do you think about this news and the crypto regulations? I love what Ripple is doing here. I love what these senators are doing, members of Congress going on the offensive. This is what we need, because we need to stop people like Yellen and Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren, these morons, and even Brad Sherman out of California. He's another idiot. So let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.